This is a yin-yang yoga class for highly sensitive people and emotions. It's great for people who are emotionally empathic. So thank you so much for joining us today for this yin-yang yoga class for highly sensitive people and emotional empaths. Today you're going to need a blanket and a yoga mat for the yin portion, and a bolster is nice to have too. And we're going to start lying down for our centering. And then we'll go into the yang portion, which is all standing. Today we are at Rifle Beach in Victoria, BC, at the bottom of Beacon Hill Park, and just down from Clover Point. Gorgeous location today. And there'll be boats and things going by, so there may be some background noise. I also just wanted to thank you all so much for your outpouring of love yesterday and support. It was totally unexpected. I put out a video about the future of the Yoga with Melissa channel, and it's just so nice to have that incredible support and validation and acknowledgement from all of you, and to know that I am surrounded by like-minded people and yogis just like you, and it's just incredibly reassuring to know that I'm supported in this way. So I thought I would read you a couple of testimonials. There's so many. I couldn't believe how many people left comments at that video. So it just goes to show how much being true to yourself and being authentic is appreciated. So this one's from Jenny. She said, "I'm so proud of you for making changes that will bless your personal life and undoubtedly bring more balance in your life. You are a beloved teacher. These changes will not only bless you, but your students as well by example. You have so much wisdom and intuition within you. I'm in total agreement with your discouragement of how yoga is being presented. I'm always reluctant to say I do yoga because the majority of time people presume I mean the fad, cool, non-genuine, flashy yoga stuff that they see all over now. What has always drawn me to yoga is to find balance, which is what you are striving to teach and live in your own life. And I'm so excited to walk with you on this journey." And of course, it was so interesting yesterday, just, after that video was released, we were supposed to go out and film because we've been getting so much new content ready for you for July, and it just wasn't possible. Had a migraine, so I knew I had to continue to live by what I was preaching. So we decided to not film and just rest and recover. So we're out here filming when the video is supposed to be released, and it's going to be released late today. But I always tell you guys, there's no late in yoga, there's no behind in yoga, so treating myself the same way. Okay, and just one more testimonial for you guys. I know I promise I will get right into class. This isn't how most people like classes to start, but it's important for us to connect as a community from time to time. It's a really important aspect of yoga. The teachings are really important, the practice is important, but community is important as well. They're the three prongs of practice, and this connection is really important. So Shiny Star says, "All people need vacation time. You and Tim are no exception. What you do is so important in the face of what social media shows yoga to be. I'm very excited for the pranayama work to come." So that's the breath work, the breath practice. And I am absolutely so stoked about the breath work, the breathing practices that are going to be released on the channel starting Tuesday. We're going to start filming them this weekend. They're going to be so incremental and gradual, and they're going to be practices. It's not just going to be talking about it. It's a journey that we're all going to go on together, and I'm really excited about it. For those of you that saw my Lojong practice, it's something we're going to do slowly over time together as community. And I think it's going to have a really incredible impact on your lives, which is, this slowly over time thing is what I'm really interested in right now. Shiny Star says, "I'm getting into breathing lately, so this is perfect timing. I did find your 30-day challenge to be very inspiring. You help me see certain things in a different way, in a more loving way. Your content is unlike anything else I have found in all my research into holistic, balanced yoga practices. You're very deserving of a donation, and that's what I'll be doing right now. Take all the time you need to refresh and recharge and enjoy every second of your time away. And I also just a huge thank you. That was also not something that we expected, but we received a lot of donations yesterday, and it's really appreciated. It does, Tim and I do not live an exorbitant lifestyle here at all. We live in a very small apartment, and we drive a 10-year-old car. How old is our car? But it does 12-year-old car, but it works. It gets us from A to B, and it have 8-year-old camera. Like we keep things really to a minimum, and but what's important to us is that we are able to do this work, and yeah. So you guys, thank you so much. And the money you give us, it does simple things like pay for our groceries. So thank you so much. So let's start with centering. You're going to lie down on your backs, and if you have a bolster, put the bolster underneath your knees, or bend your knees with your feet flat on the floor. If you have back pain, generally just the knees bent position creates a little slack in the psoas and allows you to breathe a little bit more easily if the psoas is short from a lot of sitting. But do what's most comfortable for you. Okay, so take a deep breath in through your nose. Let it fall out of your mouth. And feel the support of the earth underneath you. Allow your attention to sink down into the ground. And connect with your breathing in your lower belly. So highly sensitive people feel more, and they feel more deeply, and this includes emotions. They feel emotions more deeply. When highly sensitive people walk into a room, they can be aware of the mood, the friendships, the enemies, and the personalities of the people working there. Many highly sensitive people are deeply affected by other people's moods and emotions, and this can make them quite empathic. Okay, so from here we're going to come into our first yin yoga pose for the triple warmer and heart meridian. Triple warmer and heart protector meridian. Heart protector meridian is on the inside of your arm. Triple warmer is on the outside of your arm. Okay, so we're going to do recline cow's face to start. So as I said, the heart protector is on the inside of your arm, triple warmer is on the outside of your arm. Your left arm is going to come up your back, your right arm is going to come up and over, and you're going to adjust the position so it's comfortable for you. Your hands definitely don't need to touch here. And in terms of highly sensitive people, empaths, and emotions, the principles of yin can be incredibly helpful for us in terms of connecting with our emotions. So the first principle of yin is finding that appropriate edge. And yin is really about finding a place that we can stay for a while, we can soften, and we can be still. So all the principles of yin really go together. And it's the same with our emotions. If we find that place that we can be with our emotions, rather than bracing against them, being still with them, rather than running away from them and staying with them. So the second principle of yin is to soften. And I know a lot of times when intense emotions come in my life, it's really common for me to brace against them. And just one of the most useful things that I can do for myself is to soften into them, to allow myself compassion and tenderness, and to just soften to whatever emotional experience I'm having. Okay, so we're going to release this side slowly. And just feel the rebound. Notice how it feels on the inside and outside of your arms. Then we'll go ahead and set up the other side. So right arm's going to come up your back this time, and left arm's going to come up and over this time. Know that this side's going to be different. Okay, so the last two principles of yin, to be still and stay for a while, are also helpful when it comes to emotions for highly sensitive people and empaths. So the be still one and stay for a while, again, when it comes to strong emotions, it's often the case that I don't want to be with them. So it can be helpful to remember to just be still, to open to them, and stay with them for a while. When we practice yin yoga and we stay in the poses for 5 minutes at a time, it teaches us how to be with strong emotions. And it gives us the confidence that we can be with intense sensations, whether they be physical or mental or emotional. So we have the confidence that we can be with difficulty. Okay, so slowly release this side. Bring your arms down by the side of your body and feel the chi moving through. For the next one, you'll need to release your bolster off to the side. And the next one is banana asana. So take your feet over to the left side. You can take your right ankle over if you need a little bit more along the lower side body. Lots of options here. You can put the bolster underneath your elbows if your shoulders are really tight. You can hold on to your elbows on the ground, or you can hold on to your wrists and bend over to the side. So if it feels difficult to be with emotions as a highly sensitive person or an empath, it can be really helpful to strengthen your chi. And we're doing that with these yin yoga poses here. But we're really going to be focusing on that in the second half of the class with the yang portion of the class. But you can just focus on the fact that we are strengthening chi, the way the chi moves through your body here as well. So it's not just that the chi flows, but that there's integrity of chi and that the chi has good strength as well. Okay, so slowly release Banana Asana from the side of your body. Come back to the center and we'll allow the chi to flow through. Feel the difference between the two sides of your body right now. Then we'll go ahead and build this pose on the other side. So take your legs over to the left side. You can hook your foot if you want a little bit more, especially on your hips. And then you'll take your arms overhead, put the bolster underneath your elbows if your shoulders are tight. And you can put your elbows on the ground if you want a little bit more, or you can hold on to your wrist here in side bend. So this pose is traditionally for the gallbladder meridian along the side body, but we're focusing on the heart protector and triple warmer meridian on the inside and outside of your arm here. So you can focus on that as well as you soften and breathe here. Okay, so very slowly allow yourself to come out of the posture. And just notice, because in that pose we were talking about strengthening the chi, feeling the integrity of the chi, just notice how your energy body feels now. And then we're going to bend your knees and roll to your side. And we'll come up and we'll do our next pose. This will be our last yin pose. So you can either sit kneeling on a block or cross-legged on a meditation cushion, or you can also sit in a chair for this one. Okay, so for this one, you're going to take your right hand, take it behind your back, hold on to it with your left hand, just give a gentle tug there, and then you're going to drop your left ear to your left shoulder just till you feel it on the outside of your neck. So it's not a problem to be able to feel deeply, to feel your emotions and to be empathetic, to be open with compassion to the emotions of others when your chi is strong. Now, if your chi is weak, on the other hand, and it lacks integrity, this is when it becomes exhausting and overwhelming. Okay, so you're just going to release this side from your body and just feel the two sides for a moment. And then we're going to take your left hand, take it behind, hold on to it with your right hand, just give it a gentle tug, and lower your right ear to your right shoulder. So going back to the integrity and the strength of your chi, every breath that you take can support you. So every inhalation you take, you can draw in yin energy, nurturing and nourishing every cell of your body with oxygen. And every breath out, you can let out, you can release toxins and tension, that strong energy, aggressions and strong emotions that don't belong to you. Okay, and then release. And just feel the flow of chi. Okay, so just before we go on to the yang portion of the class, I want to say a few words about what we're doing before we go on. So if this ability to sense the emotional landscape has become overwhelming for you, I would say that it's extraordinarily helpful to nurture the strength and the integrity of your chi. When your chi is strong, you'll be calm and focused, and you'll be resilient, and you'll be able to flow with all of life. So it's not a problem to be able to feel deeply, to feel your emotions and be empathetic, to be open with compassion to the emotions of others when your chi is strong. If your chi is weak and it lacks integrity, then it becomes exhausting and overwhelming. So as I've said, every breath that you can take can support you. Each breath in, you can draw in yin energy, which is nurturing and nourishing, and it will nourish every cell of your body. And every exhale that you can take, you can release toxins and tension. You can release any strong energy and aggression and strong emotions that don't belong to you. So we can keep our chi strong using our mind, using our breath, and using our movement. So we're going to come up to standing now, so you can rid yourself of this blanket that was giving you a little extra comfort when you're lying down. Okay, so come on up to standing. Really excited about this part of the class. This stuff really helps. This really helped in my experience. I hope it really helps you. And actually, I've done a lot of this stuff with my members, some of this stuff with my members in the fire element course, and they absolutely loved it. So I think you're going to love it too. You're going to start by taking your legs wide, and you'll turn your left toes out, sink down through your left sit bone, and you're going to bring your arms up into warrior two. And what we're going to do is we're going to stimulate the heart protector and the triple warmer meridians. So you're actually just going to tap down the inside of your arm and up the outside of your arm, and then you're going to go across your chest, down the inside, up the outside. And we'll just keep going. Inside, outside, and warrior two. And across the chest. Keep breathing. I'm not sure how many we've done. It doesn't really matter. And then we're going to do the other side of warrior two. We'll just keep going. Down the inside, up the outside. Keep the knee bent and turned out. Yeah, it's really good. But just all of a sudden a strong ocean breeze has come here. And we're kind of in the clouds today, so it's that we're in the fog, so it's very cool. So create some heat for us. The Olympic Mountains are sending their clouds our way today, yeah. Okay, so then you're going to come and you're just going to stand in Tadasana and feel that chi, feel the strength of the chi, and just notice that that's changed for you. If you feel if you feel that kind of protective energy field around you, like your aura will probably feel stronger. Okay, stand at the top of your mat. Take a big step back. I just want to check what this is called again. Take a big step back with your left foot. And we're going to do guardian energy with your arms. So you're going to bring your arms up. You're going to gather earth energy. They cross in front of your chest, open in front of your chest, and down. So you gather the earth energy up, you cross in front of your chest, and then they open and down. So you're creating this. So see, actually you cross your arms right at the triple warmer meridian and the heart protector meridian, and there's really important points here, the inner and outer gates that you're crossing them at, acupuncture points. The slower you go, the better. Okay, and then we're going to step forward and we're going to step back again with the other foot in warrior one pose. Sink down through your front sit bone, open up your front hip, lengthen up through your spine, and just notice how the chi is becoming stronger. And we'll do that guardian energy movement again. So I was going a little high across the front of the chest there. It's getting a little exuberant. Okay, and then we're going to step forward again, and we're going to come into Goddess Victory Squat. And we're going to do it again. And then we'll step the feet together, and we're going to do it with, it's kind of like with cloud salutation legs. So you're going to lift the knee and lower the knee, and do it with the other leg. Lift the knee and lower the leg. It's a little bit more focus and concentration. We'll call this part the clouds. And then we're going to come back to the warrior two. So take your legs wide, turn your toes out, sink down through your front left sit bone, bring your arms up. You're going to tap down the inside of your arm, up the outside of your arm, go across your chest and down the other side. Okay, and we'll switch legs. Okay, and then come back to center, and you're going to stand into Astana and just feel your chi flowing. Feel the integrity of the chi. See if it feels stronger. See if you feel more calm. And then you're going to take Shavasana. So I feel like I want to take that blanket and put it on top of myself. Okay, good idea to put the bolster underneath your knees. Okay, so good idea to have a bolster underneath your knees for any back issues, or knees bent and feet flat on the floor if you do have back issues. And then you can go ahead and rest back in Shavasana. Okay, you continue to rest back here in Shavasana. I'm going to sit up and read you a poem. Okay, the poem I have for you is from Rilke's Book of Hours, and I'm trying to figure out which one it is. It's the first one from the Book of Pilgrimage. You are not surprised at the force of the storm. You have seen it growing. The trees flee. Their flight sets the boulevards streaming, and you know he whom they flee is the one you move towards. All your senses sing him as you stand at the window. The week stood still in summer. The tree's blood rose. Now you feel it wants to sink back into the source of everything. You thought you could trust that power when you plucked the fruit. Now it becomes a riddle again, a stranger. It's like pandemonium here. Kind of like emotional overwhelm, right? Summer was like your house. You knew where each thing stood. Now you must go out into your heart as onto a vast plain. Now this one's adorable. Come on. This one's a puppy, right? Summer was like your house. You knew where each thing stood. Now you must go out into your heart as onto a vast plain. Now the immense loneliness begins. The days go numb. The wind sucks the world from your senses like withered leaves. Through the empty branches the sky remains. It is what you have. Be earth now and even song. Be the ground lying under that sky. Be modest now like a thing ripened until it is real, so that he who began it all can feel when he reaches for you. It's book 2, verse 1. I think we'll do that one more time. We had a little bit of a distraction there. I feel like the poem was a little overtaken by the... I mean, who can compete with puppies, right? Not poetry. So let's try that again. You are not surprised at the force of the storm. You have seen it growing. The trees flee, their fight sets the boulevards streaming, and you know, he whom they flee is the one you move toward. All your senses sing him as you stand at the window. The weeks stood still in summer, the tree's blood rose. Now you feel it wants to sink back into the source of everything. You thought you could trust that power when you plucked the fruit. Now it becomes a riddle again, and you again a stranger. Summer was like your house. You knew where each thing stood. Now you must go out into your heart, into a vast plain. Now the immense loneliness begins. The days go numb. The wind sucks the world from your senses like withered leaves. Through the empty branches the sky remains. It is what you have. Be earth now and even song. Be the ground lying under that sky. Be modest now like a thing ripened until it is real, so that he who began it all can feel when he reaches for you. So I want to acknowledge each and every one of you for opening to your emotions and for strengthening your chi in this class, and to thank you for offering yourself love and self-care by extension, compassion for all living beings. So go ahead and wiggle and stretch out. And bend your knees and roll to your side. And slowly make your way up to seated so that we can draw the fruits of our practice first into ourselves and then offer them out into the world. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to the happiness and freedom for all. And if you want to bring that mantra into your life, then we're doing Ocean of Love Yogathon every month now with Yoga with Melissa. And this month we're practicing the Hanuman series. And I'm encouraging you to donate $1 class to yourself. So that's $12 for the 12 classes of the Hanuman series. And to donate it to oceana.org. If you don't have $12, then you can... It's an international organization. Each country has a page, and they have online petitions and things that you can go and sign. And I've chosen this organization because, in my opinion, if we can save the oceans, then we can save the planet. Because if our oceans die, then our planet dies. So to me, it's a way to save all living beings and to impact all living beings. Did a lot of research on a lot of organizations, and this one has an excellent reputation. There are organizations that go around and rate other charitable organizations, and this one was rated really high. So I also want to thank Leah, Luigi, Ruth, Paige, Jane, and Carla for your donations. I haven't included all the people that donated yesterday because of the video that I did yesterday on the future of the channel, so I'll thank all of you next time. And just to let you know that your donations they put gas in our car, they pay for our rent, and they help us with our groceries. So thank you all for giving us a living wage. Thanks to all of you who are members. And I'm sending you much love from beautiful British Columbia. May your joy be as deep as our ocean. May you be as strong as our mountains, and may you be as rooted as the old growth trees in our forest. Om Shanti. Namaste. It's adorable. She's a puppy. So cute.